One of the most happiest days in my life. I think from, going to the childhood days of my life, keep on listening to this, the stories of Mohammad Kaif, and not very young at that point of time when Virat Kohli lifted the trophy in Malaysia. It was, I think, 2008. I was in class 10th and didn't knew at that point of time the meaning of winning a Under-19 World Cup. From then on, it was, Unmukh Chand, Prithvi Shaw, Yash Dhul. I remember traveling to Yash Dhul's house during that after that World Cup campaign in the night, and interviewing his father. But now, for the very first time, it's here. I'm in the ground at this point of time, just outside the premises, and it's been done. It's been done with a lot of comfort around. You knew it at least 1.5 hours back that it's done. India lifting this trophy yet another time, the most successful team. And I have stories with me from this tour, because I was the first one to reach here to cover this Under-19 World Cup. And from the very first day, what I remember about this team, now from here onwards the story is about them. From the very first day, the story was about them. I was just sharing my nostalgia point and why as an individual, this was very important for me also. Life comes to a circle now. Yes, there are multiple things, for these boys still to achieve. There's lots and lots of stuff, in upcoming days. But the way they have played this tournament with, best team in the tournament by far, England. Yes, today you can say that they are the second best. But at the time of toss, from the very first ball, it's not like there's huge difference between these two teams. I remember they landed here on 8th in Bulawayo, winning a series in South Africa 3-0. What a performance there from Kishan Singh. And my heart goes out for this boy, because haven't played a single game here. He was, and why I'm saying his name first, because he was the one highest wicket taker in that particular series, only left arm seamer in the squad. But because of the combinations, because of what India is trying at this, in this complete tournament, didn't get a single game. But the way he kept on his energies, the way he was there in the practice session, in the warm-up sessions, didn't look like that he was sulking or he was in any kind of negative space. That's the best part about this team. I remember watching Uddhav Mohan played only one game. I remember watching, Harvansh Pangalia. He played a couple of games. Again, these are top players. I know that it's going to be It was really difficult for the management also, for Rishikesh Kanitkar also, and shout out to Rishikesh Kanitkar, the job he did with the team. Yes, PVS Lakshman was later part of this squad just before the Pakistan game, but from the very start, the way these support staff were doing, there were a lot of questions on them after what had happened. After what had happened in that Asia Cup final, there were a lot of questions against them. But Shubhadeep Ghosh, special shout out to that man. The way India fielded in this final, the way they have, those run-outs, those sharp catches. Look at a Dipesh Devendran catch. It came in his way. He practiced for it. Look at a catch from Ayush Mhatre. Look at a catch from Khilan Patel. A run-out from Khilan Patel, and that precision throw. Look at a catch by Henil Patel. He's your fast bowler. But the way these guys put so much into the field, a huge shout-out to the fielding coach, Shubhadeep Ghosh. A huge shout out to Sunil Joshi, Rishikesh Kanitkar, strength and conditioning coach, doctor, everyone from the support staff to the assistant coaches, to the people with their throwdown skills, and to the reserve players. Obviously, didn't got much opportunity, as I said, Kishan, Harvansh, and apart from that, Uddhav Mohan. You look at these boys, and obviously Mohammad Inan also. He played a single game. Also being a leg spinner. So yeah, top stuff. But now coming to your 11, look at what Vaibhav Suryavanshi produced in that very day, in the day of final. The way he played that innings. Two most important knocks of this tournament. One is the semi-final, another one is the final. Man for big occasion. People question his temperament. People question about his skills against the top bowling attack. Skillful attacks. There were questions about it, but I remember since that England score, since that England tour where he scored a 52 ball 100, there was 180 also from him. His 80 odd in Australia, his 100 in South Africa. The way he was playing, it was the people kept a close eye on him, knew that yes, this boy has something special on him. If you talk about, his performances during all these games, and then coming here, scoring run on that very first warm-up game, some 96 in 50 balls, and then the way he scored his half centuries. Remember that Bangladesh game? Remember that game, against, just before the Afghanistan game? Remember his game versus Zimbabwe? Then a half century, a blistering half century in that semi-final where India have to chase 311, and then a daddy 100, massive 100, 175 in 80 balls, 220 strike rate. Man, oh man, he is going to be someone, who we all will watch in the India colours. I hope very soon, the kind of game that boy have. And Ayush Mhatre with his captaincy skills. Just look at this particular game, this final, where he scored his top runs against the top fast bowlers of England and beat the semi-final or the final. From the time he came into the crease, he never let the run rate go down. That's one another skill of his, which nobody is talking about at this point. But his crucial runs, that half century, taking the premier fast bowlers on, it was something to reflect on. It was something which you can take back from here. His captaincy from the very first game, giving that extra over in Bulawayo to Henil Patel. He picked up 2 wickets in that very game. Giving himself the overs versus Zimbabwe game, giving Vihan the overs in that Bangladesh game, trusting on an Aaron George or a Vedant Trivedi. And look at a Vedant Trivedi also played important innings versus Pakistan when the situation got tough. Apart from that, look at Aaron George, 100 in the semi-final. After that, tennis elbow impacted him and his initial part of the tournament. Look at Abhigyan Kundu, second highest run scorer for this team. The crisis man in last 1 year. I'm not talking about this Under-19 World Cup only. Look at his performance. Look at the performance of a Vihan Malhotra, 100, in a very important game. If you just see that Zimbabwe game, it was a very important innings from Vihan Malhotra. His bowling in that Bangladesh, match, when it was all came down to DLS, Bangladesh were ahead of us. You can't bowl much with Kanish Chauhan also. His over ended because of the DLS change in equation because of the DLS. And then the way he changed the game completely, 4 wickets. And it's done with an important catch at the very last moment of the game. Vaibhav Suryavanshi with that very important catch. Apart from them, look at a Kanish Chauhan, man of the match performance against Pakistan. On the final, again, something, with his bat, important innings with the bat, and then picking up the most important wicket, Thomas Drew's wicket, the man in form, top man as far as England is concerned. Look at his performance. Look at a Khilan Patel and a Arish Ambrish. Ambrish in his third game versus New Zealand, if you see his performance, man of the match performance again. So, with the bat, with the ball, only seam bowling all-rounder, not played Asia Cup because of an injury, but before that, the way he played, after that, the way he played, absolutely, masterclass. Then the Khilan Patel, very much on as far as that final contribution is concerned. With the bat, yes, very important innings in that last game in Bulawayo versus Pakistan. But the way he bowled in the finals, the way he fielded in the finals was really amazing. And then obviously your fast bowlers. Look at a Dipesh Devendran with that 140 kph. Look at a Henil Patel from the very first game. He picked up those important 5 wickets, and then keep on, performing, taking brilliant catches, brilliant display of skill set, brilliant display of maturity with these boys. And they took just one off in this last 30 days, just one off. 18th. I remember after playing that game, on 17th versus Bangladesh, they took just 1 day off on 18th. There was no off in between. Every day they turned out. Be it rainy, be it sunny, be it hot and humid. They came all the way either to Bulawayo Athletic Club or to the Queen's Park Oval or to the Harare Sports Club. They were right there, facing everything around, the tough situation, the conditions, the weather, everything. And that's also a result of the way this team performed in this very particular game. It's in mixed emotions at this point of time, because I remember, last time around, the way we lost to Australia in the last Under-19 World Cup, and then the way we lost the Asia Cup versus Pakistan in Dubai. but everything is done and dusted now. India, the under 19 world champions, and a lot of congratulations to these boys, the support staff. Everyone played a very crucial part, and as I said, that for me also it's an humbling experience. Thank you to you all. Thank you to Team Revsportz. Thank you to Boryada, obviously, for trusting me when I initiated the idea that this is a tournament which is coming at this point of time, and I really want to cover it. He without any second doubt, he said that you need to cover this for Revsportz, and go plan it and go. So thank you so much for to Boryada, obviously, and thank you everyone. It's just a one-day flight for me from here onwards, and I'll meet you from Delhi covering that second T20 international, the second T20 of the World Cup game in Delhi. So keep liking the video. Do let us know about your emotions, about your feelings. Thank you so much for watching this video.